Hi Nina and homeowners, this is Andy Taylor. I'm a senior project manager with Red Rock Roofing. I'm here at 2965 Colby Drive here in Boulder, Colorado. I'm going to do a quick inspection video for the roof here. Bear with me just briefly while I make my way up the ladder. So at first glance, the home does kind of have gutter guards, but they are essentially at this point destroyed. This is all filled up with debris, which tells me these gutters have not been funneling water away from the home the way that they should for a long while. These definitely need to be completely cleaned out, and then check the downspouts for any debris that's inside of those as well. So first thing I want to point out is going to be, as soon as you get to the eave, you could see that these shingles are extremely old. When they have fiberglass showing through like this, they've pretty much reached the end of their life. Now with that, there's thermal cracking all over this, which tells me the ventilation on this roof is very minimal. I'm going to speak a little bit more to that here in just a second. With that, you can tell that there's all kinds of gapping with these. Now, that's what happens when you have more than one layer of roofing on the roof itself. So if you can see down the way, there's all kinds of waving, meaning really anywhere where we have a circle here, it is extremely spongy. My foot pushes in, and it is bad decking underneath these two layers of roofing. When you have thermal cracking that comes down like so, that's obviously an indicator of more than one layer of roof. When you have sideways, perpendicular, cracking like that, it's actually going to be a ventilation issue. Now over here by the tree in the front here, it is very, very spongy underfoot here. Really spongy. I believe the only thing holding this up from falling through is the fact that there's two layers of shingles. So the ridge is completely lost all of its granules on the south facing slope, and with all of this fiberglass showing through, these have been wicking water and pulling it into the system for a long while. Every single ridge cap up here has a nail that's been holding it down, and these nails are now rusted out. That's been for a while. Right here by this turtle vent, as they would for ventilation, and there's a total of 2 to 3 total on this roof. You can see that vent actually caves in. So this house is going to need a lot of decking with this as well. Another thing I want to point out, and I did kind of point out on the front, is you can see how wavy the shingles are, and that's 2 layers of roofing and bad decking underneath. So here's how I know it's 2 layers of roofing. I've got the top layer, I've got another layer with the starter strip under here, so it's at least 2 layers. And I'm suspect to think that this is maybe even 3 layers of roofing here. The boot jack up here is definitely bad. It's no longer shedding water the way that it should. That's been letting water into the system for a little while. But if you look up here as well, you can see how wavy the shingles are. Now, with this tree right here, it's really hard for me to get onto the roof without knocking all the pollen and everything off of this tree. So, as you can see in here, this section of the roof here, it's been poking out and have wore off. It has no drip edge on the home. Now, drip edge is important nowadays. That's code. So it's a 2 by 2 inch L-shaped flange that goes over the fascia, back under the shingle, and that encapsulates. Again, all these nail heads should be sealed by a weatherized epoxy when the roof was done. Unfortunately, this would not pass a Colorado roof inspection. So I would say, in my professional opinion, that this roof has definitely seen its best days. For lack of a better term, this is shot. It does need a full replacement, and I think it's definitely time that you know what your options are. The best thing that I saw on this roof is going to be the flashing around the chimney here. At one time, this got addressed, and it got addressed properly. So this is really the best thing that I've seen up here, is going to be the flashing around the chimney. Again, Andy Taylor with Red Rock Roofing. I very much appreciate the opportunity to get out here and to bring you up to speed. I'm going to go ahead and sign off.